Oh, howdy, folks. How's everybody doing out there in TV land? I'm out here, well, relaxing on a beautiful, sunny day, and so hopefully some of you will join me. So let me wait till a couple of people join in, and then I'll give you a tour of the place. So, as you see, this is a foundation side chat, and there's my foundation. And I am on the side. Hey, Paul, how's it going? By the way, folks, if you guys haven't seen me as of late, I've been doing lives on Facebook, but for some reason or another, YouTube keeps crashing and losing my stream. They require a lot more bandwidth, a lot more resources, so I've just been going all Facebook until they can sort out whatever problem they have. I'm just basically doing lives, and when I do a live, I do like a 2-hour live on Facebook. So my name, Javier Unzueta, is the channel, and eventually I'm going to be uploading the entire, continuing the Make Room for Javi series and uploading everything. Let me show you guys what I've done so far. Okay, so to catch you guys up, I had delivered, basically this is about 20 yards of dirt, a truckload, and I had 12 truckloads delivered. 6 fit on this area, and I started by distributing the truckloads. We're looking at the foundation itself. Every inch is about 10 yards of material, and I had to raise it quite a bit. I had to raise it like 15 inches over here, but I only had to raise it like 2 inches over there. So on that far corner. So those are the two extremes. It does slope down about. It doesn't look like it, but this land that looks completely flat slopes in these 65 feet. It slopes from 3 inches above the finished floor, or around there, to 15 inches. Above the finished floor. So it was quite a feet. So. Again, I'll have those videos up for you probably in a year or two after I finish the house. Maybe I'll if I do catch a break sometime in between, I'll be editing videos and stuff. But I have to set up some sort of I'm hoping Elon Musk gets his act together around Central Florida, because I don't have any internet out here in rural country other than the phone. So it's difficult for me to upload anything. And how are you, Danny? Just here doing my first live in, I don't know, it's got to be at least 6 months, because, again, I've been out here doing this. I got the permit in October, and it's only been 2 months of work out here, of solid work out here, but it feels like a lot more. Got the trailer all situated over there, and so I'm living here most of the time. Every once in a while, I'll go visit the family, and because it's it's no fun. So I'll probably take a day or two a month, or every 2 or 3 months, to go visit the family. So as I was saying, my first step was to basically drop a bunch of loads and even everything out here. I put a bunch of stakes down every 8 feet or so, and I came in with the tractor and dropped the dirt off as best as I could to have it leveled. And I used, again, the tractor to even everything out as best as I could. Then I had to go in there, because the tractor's, it's okay for evening stuff out, but I had to go in there manually and get rid of the high spots, do the lows, and then I used the plate compactor to to compress everything down. After doing that, it was still quite uneven. There's still about maybe 4 inches difference in certain places, but I wasn't concerned about that, because the next step was to dig out the to set up the batter boards. Obviously, I'd set up first. They're not here anymore because I don't need them. But the batter boards are the four corner areas where the walls, where the edges are. Then I set up the foundation. Okay, so I nailed in all the, I sledgehammered in all the stakes and put in the foundation. And after that, I left myself a couple openings because I still had to do a lot with the tractor, including dig up, and you see all the pipes that are here, all the drainage. I had to dig all the trenches from that little fat pipe way in the distance, which is that one way over there outside the foundation. That's the clean out for the septic. The septic goes just past that. You'll see me another episode where I'm doing the septic, all the way out to this clean out over here. Good, probably 80-foot difference. So it went in diagonally, it went straight line, then a straight line, and all the branches went out properly. Clearly properly, because the chief inspector passed it with flying colors, so I did a good job. And then, let me see here. Let me see my chat here, make sure all my... what the heck is that? Okay, so let me remove this saying, and I don't know who wrote that, but clearly that's some kind of ridiculous. I don't do politics or advertisements of any sorts, so if anybody wants to chat on my channel, they can go away. Chat politics or religion or any views that they have, keep them to yourselves. So, folks, that's basically that's the next step, is the plumbing. I got the plumbing all passed. Then came the fun part. I had to take all the plumbing, cover it back up, tamp it all down, and then I had to dig all of these footers here, the trenches and stuff. The timeline, well, I'll tell you right now, Paul, because the timeline has changed a bit because of the availability of materials, but I'm looking into a move-in date of May 2023. So I did all the trenches here, and there's a 45-degree angle on this. This is all compressed. They're 20 inches deep, 12 inches wide at the bottom, at the base. These are a little higher. These are only 1 foot deep total, so that's 8 inches depth plus the 4-inch slab, because they support bearing walls. And there's another one that goes across the middle there. That's a load bearing wall. So after doing that and compacting everything once again, and this time, since I had so much extra fill on the outside, look at it. All that the other day wasn't there. This was all I pulled out of here. I evened out a lot of it. I was still a little high over there, so I had to scrape it. And then the bottom line is everything was perfectly even, covered up. Then I had to put all the rebar. No, I'm sorry. Then I had to do the termites spray. And while I can easily spray Termidor, I have access to it, and the other one, the Impremis. Unfortunately, I don't have a license, so and they require this silly green sticker and the license and all that for the county, for the inspector. So I paid $300. Not that bad, come to think of it. I mean, the material itself cost me $100, so $300 is not that big of a stretch. And a guy came over next day, sprayed the entire, did the subterranean termite spray, and then I put all the plastic down. Then I laid all the rebar, read the plans and make sure all the verticals are in the right position. Over here we have the U for ground. It comes and it sticks out right over here. That's a ground rod that has to be attached to the footing ground. It's called a Ufer ground after this guy Ufer in 1963. Who, well, a long story, but suffice to say, that's sometimes some people call it Uffer. I don't know why, but whatever. Ufer, Uffer. Bottom line is, it's part of the inspection process. So is all the rest. I had to put all these little verticals where the fill cells will go. In Miami, it's every 4 feet. Here, it's luckily it's every 10 feet. And of course, columns next to each window. So I had to make sure that's clear. Okay, so we have that. Now, once all the plumbing was in place, I called for foundation inspection. That happened just this last Friday. And 2 weeks ago, I actually scheduled the concrete. So the concrete's coming day after tomorrow. So, folks, I'll be live on YouTube. I won't be pouring. I'll have a crew here. That's the only thing that I will not be doing. When I said I'm building a house, that literally means I'm building the house. This is work done by yours truly. Every little bit of it. And a lot of digging, I might add. But not the concrete. The concrete slab, that's something that, if you guys know anything about concrete and how quick it dries and how hard it is and how rough concrete pouring is, because I've poured many a concrete slab with a team of people, that is just, I'm not doing it. Unless I do, I can maybe manage a 10 by 15 slab, which means I'd have to pour this in 30 different sections. So, yeah, that's not happening. So there we go. And then this one is all laid out and get ready for my ready for me to even it out some more for my and do the footers. Once I pull those off and check with the building department on the permit for the steel building, because I've got the permit for the slab already, but I'm not going to pour the slab yet because there may be changes to that slab, because the steel building is perfectly fine, but I need to put some extra pads in there and stuff. So architect's taking care of it. Long story short, hopefully by the end of the year I'll have some word. And then I'll be able to start on it in January, along with laying block. As you see, I've already got 2 pallets of block. Now, I don't know about how it is in your guys' area, but down here, because of the villages, they got to put a moratorium on building in the villages. There, it's just gotten ridiculous. There is just so much building. 11 months. That's what they told me for the trusses, folks. And that's back to your question, Paul. 11 months is how long the trusses are going. So I ordered them a few months ago. They're going to get here in August. Can you imagine? So it made my decision of the blocks easier, because assuming I have all the blocks, I can lay the block myself. I was thinking of having someone do it, but $1.65, and that's a cheap price, and they're not available. $2 a block is what I'm looking at. That's a $7,000 job here to lay these blocks. It's a 10-foot high, and we're looking at about actually a $6,000 job. We're looking at about 2,500 to 2,800 blocks. All right, so 2,800 blocks. It's what is it? $3,600, $4,600, $5,600, whatever. It's $6,000 to lay the block, and that's $6,000 that I'll save if I'm not in a hurry. If I'm in a hurry, these guys can knock it out in a week. They come in one weekend, they knock off half the wall, and then they come in the next weekend and knock out the other half. But and save myself a backache. But because of the information with the trusses, well, now forget it. Now I've got until August. I can't do anything once the walls are up. I can't do anything until I put the trusses and the dry-in and the roof sheet. Well, at the very least, everything. Until I do the dry-in, I can't work on all the interior electrical, the interior plumbing, the interior HVAC. All of it goes in and amongst the trusses. So until I get the trusses up and the sheathing, I can't do a single thing with the other disciplines. Uh, at most, I could put stucco, but I can't even do that because I can't put stucco until the framing inspection passes. I can't do a framing inspection until, well, first of all, I have to put the blocks. Then comes the lintel inspection, lintel tie beams. Then I got to put the trusses and the roof, and I have to get the framing inspection done before I can put the windows in, and then I got to put the windows in before I can start the stucco. So I mean, it's a horrible situation as far as timing. So while I was hoping to finish in a year and I have everything scheduled and I'm a month ahead of schedule, but now because of the material shortages, I'm you know yeah order it from China. I don't know about that. That's one thing you don't want to order. And block is another one. Block is 4 months out. So I'm actually going every couple days, every 3 or 4 days. I'm going to the depot and to the Lowe's nearby to see if they'll give me, because I have a pro account, they'll give me 1 or 2 pallets, and they'll deliver them for $20, so I don't have to break my back loading them in the truck. Or rather unloading them, because I don't have anything to unload them with. But because that will pick up. This with the forks on it will pick up 1,500 pounds. But unfortunately, one of those pallets weighs close to between 2,100 and 2,500 pounds. So that's not happening with my tractor. I don't have a forklift here, and nor could I, nor would I, or could I because of the terrain. But anyways, so for those of you that haven't seen, I also planted a bunch of little red cedars. All along. I did all the way across, all the way across, all the way across, all the way to the back, all the way to the lake. I mean, you could still see them beyond the trailer over there. That's I planted that whole side, and eventually I'll plant the other side. But well, my neighbor is a jerk. The one who reported me on the container. He doesn't mind his own business. He's a racist. He actually said, "Why don't you go back to your kind in Miami?" So because of that, I have absolutely no intention to go out of my way to be nice to him. I'm just gonna be the way I am, which is nice to regular. But bottom line is, because he made me move the trailer and because I had to change my timeline, now I'm not in a rush to put those other plants, because frankly, because of the cost of the storage, I can't afford those plants. It's not in the budget. Well, he did it to himself. So now he's got to stick with an eyesore for 2 years or more, because as soon as I finish this, I'm going to work on the pool. I'm going to work on I'm going to pull a permit for the pool. I'm going to pull a permit. I'll be building here for 4 or 5 years, and he'll be stuck with all the construction. So there's nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. I mean, meanwhile, there's other neighbors, and I won't point them out because, just to keep their privacy. I mean, I'm not telling you where any of these neighbors live, just that they are. And but there's this other one who, I mean, I've had dinner with his family. I've his daughter and him come and visit me every week. We talk over the fence like Wilson. It's Heidi Ho neighbor. We lend tools to each other. I mean, a typical good neighbor. And he's a fellow woodworker, so I'm extremely happy to have met him. And the others are fantastic as well. The others, I have no beef, no problem with them. Stuff they keep to themselves, or not. They all say hi and we chat about things, and then go back to our own business. And so, folks, that's the foundation. Let me see if I got any. I want to see if I got any other. Goodness gracious, I can't even. There we go. So what? Yeah. So what you hear me saying is the trees will be full grown before the trusses come in. Well, kind of. The trees are. They by this time next year, I hope that they are like as tall as that plastic fence or that vinyl fence over there. I'm hoping. I've got my cousin planted one 3 years ago, and it's probably 8, 9, 10 feet tall. So I'm hoping these all do the same, and those back there. And in the meantime, I've set up my little. I got here. I got some. Okay, so thanks to Andrew Haig, folks. I'll go ahead and drop a name there. Thanks to Andrew Haig, he had a neighbor that had, and you could see it off in the distance. You see that load of bricks over by the wall. That he had a neighbor that had a retaining wall, and those trapezoidal landscaping bricks. Well, that's what is under here as well. I just happened to grab a few of them and make myself a simple bench. That's the where the permit normally goes when I'm expecting I put it away when I'm not expecting the inspector, because I don't want it to get ruined or anything. I have 3 or 4 copies. I just don't, I get paranoid. And then so he said, "Hey, I got a guy that's got some bricks. You want some? They're yours for the taking." Boy, I don't know if I should have said yes or not. I'm glad I did, because they're like $3 a piece, and he had like 300 of them. So I got almost $1,000 worth of brick. I still don't have a use for them, but I'll probably end up making a patio barbecue setup, kitchen setup and stuff. But it's nice to have. But oh my goodness, those bricks weigh 50 pounds each, and to lug 300 of them, it took 2 trips, and I was beat. And here I am expecting to do all the block work. Well, the blocks weigh less than those bricks, but I'll tell you, the blocks are, I can't wait till I get up to waist level. Once I get up to waist level, I'll be happy. Until then, it's going to be a pain. I hate bending down. Well, you guys know that. So the next thing on the list is, just for you guys that are interested, is obviously concrete. This Wednesday I'll be live pouring concrete. Probably in January, I'm looking at digging up that whole area back there, just past the corner where the septic is going, and put the septic in. And I also got to prep this area for the next slab, because that's taking about 65 yards on the house slab. And right over here, when I have it done, when I have it laid out, it's a nice simple rectangle, 40 by 80, but it's also taking 65 yards because of all the footers and the pads and all that stuff. So yeah, folks, if you got any questions, feel free to ask them. I'm here enjoying the 62-degree beautiful Florida winter weather. It's fantastic out here. It really is. It really, really is. Today. So it's a funny story. Yesterday was 85 degrees. So, I mean, I'm not too worried. I got all this shade behind me, so when I'm working in the shade, it's great. But when I'm working out there on the foundation, it's not that fun. So I'm here in a t-shirt and shorts working, and then so lo and behold, go to sleep with the AC on. Oh. I think I'm losing the signal. There we go, got my signal back. So lo and behold, I go to sleep with the AC on. Yeah, I'm having trouble with the signal, so I'm going to be cutting her out. Visible is giving me an issue. This Visible Mobile is just it's I'm gonna get some real internet out here, and then we'll see what happens, and then hopefully I'll be able to do a lot more lives. But bottom line, so I was saying, hopefully, before I was so rudely interrupted by my lack of signal, I had the AC on. Now, obviously, it didn't turn on in the middle of the night because it was set to 72 and it was below 72. But what I didn't realize was I should have turned the heater on, because I woke up in the morning to 58 degrees and I'm going, it's a bit chilly today. So I put a jacket on, came outside, and it's just been gorgeous all day long. Well, overcast, but gorgeous, gorgeous. So having a good productive day here. I just chomping at the bit for the construction to, I mean for the concrete to be poured, because you know I got to start a lot of bending down after that. I got to start marking all the floors and stuff but well, that's for soon to be. That's for the future, the near future. So folks, have a wonderful day. I'm glad you guys dropped by. If you have any questions, last minute questions before I sign out, by all means, ask away in the chat, and I'll be happy to answer them. I think I'm going to go take a walk down by the lake and enjoy the. So one last look at the pad. Hey Dave, how's it going? And again, I apologize, folks, for not being out here as often anymore. But I am on Facebook doing lives practically daily. So feel free to friend me on Facebook, and because like I said, for some reason or another, the weak internet out here does not work. It does not play well with YouTube. They keep losing my videos, and at least Facebook I can do a live and then save the videos. So I need those for documentation. I don't care about a live if you're not going to save the videos. So that's why I did a short one here with YouTube. We'll see what happens with this video. They'll probably lose it too. Have a wonderful day, folks, and stay safe, and Merry Christmas to all. And to all, good day.